right. You in the right place. We got the host game. We got the OC in the building. What's up, homie?
Man, what's the word, man? Hey, the Cowboys get out of Tennessee with a dub, and here we go.
And here we go. Yeah, man. So we also got Amp. How you feeling, big dog?
Man, look, dog. It was ugly. It was raining. It was cold. But ultimately, the Dallas Cowboys got the dub.
Yeah.
We sipping on Tennessee whiskey, man.
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey. Ugly win, but we got the dub. How you feeling, coach?
Just glad to get out of Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, everybody, let's keep in mind, this is our third game in 12 days. And let's be honest, it looked like it too. It sure looked like it.
Yep.
What's up, Candace? Okay, I'll resend it to you. I didn't send it to Instagram. I'm actually live, so let me just I'm gonna text it to you and then we'll get you going. Right. So that's Candace. We're still working her in here. But yeah, man, good dub. We still flying planes. We do what we gotta do. It's what we do. We fly these planes as they in the air. But yeah, man, I already know a lot of people not feeling too good about this dub, but I'll take it. It wasn't what we wanted to see. It was a lot of people that was injured. There's a lot of people that we got questions on. It's some reshuffling of the offensive line. It was some big days by certain players, CD Lamb. So we got a lot to talk about, man. So y'all just kind of sit back, man. We gonna give you that sauce at the post-game report. We'll be right back. Y'all stay up.
All right, guys, when you come to the building, SLC, subscribe, like, comment. Turn in to Boss Cowboy Sports for the latest and greatest in Dallas Cowboy sports and news. You guys can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And you can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. Let's get into the show.
Let's get it, man. Easy money, man. Easy money. Can't wait to hear from you, big dog. The world want to see what the OC got to say about this. Yeah, taking his sweet time. Taking his sweet time.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, this is what it is.
Looking like Kellen Moore.
Oh, wow.
Giving the fans time to get into the show.
Yeah, that was very dramatic. That was very dramatic. Go see, man. What's your thoughts of the game, bro? So we get a chance to finally hear from you, big homie.
Yeah, man. So listen, the Cowboys do what they got to do. They cover the spread. I mean, they win, the football game by, plus 14 points, a little bit more than 14 points. And so, this is a Thursday night game. The Cowboys played roughly 4 to 5 days ago, however you want to put that. And they had a short week, a short turnaround. And, they did what they had to do. They got out of Tennessee. It was some good things from the defense. And all right, go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, it said glad to get the win. Kellen Steele on notice, though, throwing the ball 40 times. And we got us another super chat. I'm from
This
B-Rob.
this the one. This
Yeah,
the
he
one.
say 12-4. Want more. Salute to the crew. 41 Wait, 41 puffs. Not 41 puffs. Not 41 puffs. Oh my God. Oh, not. Did he smoke? Did he smoke? Go ahead. See, that boy said 41 puffs. Go
Kellen high
ahead.
Yeah,
right
man.
now. Kellen's sitting next to Jesus right now.
Ooh. Yeah, you gonna
Yeah,
probably have to
man.
get your camera
I
to come
think.
down some, OC, because I ain't gonna be able to fit your lower third under you. Okay, now I can. Perfect. All right.
All right, cool, man. So yeah, so hold on 1 second. I gotta set something behind this thing to make sure that it's good. But that's all right. I'll hold it for now. The Cowboys do what they need to do. We get out with the dub. And listen, the Titans are scrappy. The Titans have one of the better run defenses in the NFL, and so they played like it today.
Yeah,
And we made some mistakes. But at the end of the day, we got the better players. We knew this going in. We got the superior, talented team. And at the end of the day, I think that was the difference. But Tennessee played with a lot of heart. They played with some scrap. But we got a better team. We got better players. We got better weapons. And that proved to be the difference in this football game. So good win for the Cowboys. Hey, we got, to me, a bigger game at the end of, this next week when we play the Washington Commanders. But, hey, we get out of here, get a couple days of rest, some light practices, and, man, get back to business and figure out what else we need to do.
Yeah, man. Please elaborate though, because obviously Kellen took 41 puffs. That's what we gonna start saying. He took 41 puffs. I ain't gonna say 41 passes no more. I'm gonna say that he took 41 puffs of the crack, bro. So I really want to get your thoughts.
Well, y'all boys are crazy, man. So listen,
He took 41 puffs, bro. 41 puffs.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, Davis ran the ball pretty well, and Zeke. And this is something that is, I don't know, this is something that's subject to some more discussion. I think that Zeke wasn't able to really get going well in this game. He only averaged around 2 yards to carry. And I think it was a combination of things. I think the offensive line is a little tired, Boss Cowboy. We really did not get good push up front. We did, man. We did. And I know they played with scrap. I know they played with heart. They got a good nose tackle there for the Tennessee Titans. But, man, we didn't get a lot of push up front. And, you need a quick, speedy, shifty back. Yeah, you need a quick, speedy, shifty back if you're not getting a lot of push. And Davis actually provided some of that for us. So I think overall he did a really good job. We missed TP in this game. And, because of that, it gave us a little bit more onus to, man, we got to play action pass and we got to throw the football to get these chains moving. So, again, I don't have a problem with the 40 throws in this game, perhaps. The only thing I have an issue with is where he chose to throw the ball. And there was an instance where we backed up inside of the 10, and I don't like my quarterback's feet in the end zone. I don't like to see our quarterback's feet in the end zone. So when you throw in on first down, when you backed up on the inside of your own 10-yard line, that's a problem. When you throw in again and 7-step drops and your quarterback's feet is in the end zone, I think that's an issue. And so some of the selection in terms of the pass is what it is. But I think maybe in this game, because Zeke had a hard time getting going, maybe you ride the hot hand and you give Davis a few more touches because Zeke had a hard time getting going this game. Come on.
I ain't gonna even fight you this time. I ain't gonna even fight you. That'd be too easy. Coach, can you please get the OC, please? I'm gonna put y'all cameras together. I'm gonna let y'all go at it.
Yeah, listen. Davis had 39 yards on 10 carries, but he had one run for 23 yards. Our offensive line wasn't blocking for nobody. Nobody would, because of the other 9 carries, Davis got about less than 2 yards a carry. And OC brought up a great point. The offensive line looked tired, but this was one of the worst offensive line games for the Cowboys this year. Pass protection, the quarterback got harassed. Tyler Smith had a real tough game this game, and Zach Martin had a tough game, and I believe it's fatigue. Again, going out there, so many games, and you on the road after Christmas. You have a game, you have Christmas, so it's not been a lot of rest. It's been, you're in the holidays, and we just grinding out and did what we need to do to get out this game. I'm not concerned about it, but I am gonna call a spade a spade. The offensive line got beat to death today, and they really did get beat up. And you can see what in their facial expression, in their mannerism when they shaking their head about guys blocking. You can see it in Zeke's expressions when you getting hit in the backfield in a tight formation. You got not one guy making penetration, 2 or 3 guys. So yes, we didn't play well up front, and to throw the ball 41 times. And again, as well she said, we didn't run the ball when we need to run the ball to get out of this game earlier. It should have been 37 passes, because he should have never threw the ball the 2 times we had the ball in the last of the 4th quarter. But he hit the puff. He puffed it 3-4 more times, right? In his field to get us. And you can see that, and you can see a Dan Quinn. You can see Dan Quinn up there when they ran that pass and when they just got the interception. You see Dan Quinn turn around, look at his other coach, and ball up that little piece of paper and throw it away. He's saying the same thing. We're hurt, fellas. We're injured. We're tired. Let's get out the back door. We got this victory. Let's just run the ball, get this clock. We don't even get a first down. Wear this clock, and Tennessee will give on up because they're trying to save their players too. Let's don't keep throwing the football. But listen, a win is a win, people. Right. And don't let other people's expectations. See, the pundits gonna have expectations way more because they looking for a fall. We just getting victories. These games, we won't even remember this game next week or playoffs. Let's just get this victory, get out of Tennessee, get back home, and not get some rest and get through these holidays.
And I think the OC made the best point real quick. OC, just real quick. The OC made the best point. Brother. This is where I think we all got to be very careful to not panic, because to Tupac with a mohawk said, that's a crazy name, bro. Wait. That must say Tupac with a mohawk, bro. My boy Tupac with a mohawk. This is what my boy Tupac with a mohawk said, but this is real. He said, Cowboys been grinding with a tight schedule for weeks now. Fatigue is and was definitely a factor. Now, we saw an ugly game. We saw a lot of people that was being not carted off, but getting up slow. I think this was a fatigue game. And remember, to the OC's point, Vince Lombardi said, fatigue will make cowards of us all. Could you please elaborate that on that some more, OC?
Yeah, man. I mean, here's the deal, man. When you got an offensive line and you've been playing together, and most of these guys have been healthy all year, and the offensive line is like the non-glory position, right? Because you're going to get blamed if something goes bad, and you get no credit when things go good for the most part. And so it's a huge pounding on your body. There was actually like a study done on like the life of an offensive lineman. I'm being a little scientific, but I'm giving you guys some context. When you play 80 snaps in a game, like the effects on the body and the brain is like being in 50 small car accidents. Imagine that. 50 small car accidents, right? So imagine being in just 50 small car accidents and the compound effect of that on your body. It's a lot. And it's a lot that those big fellas deal with. And I'm not making excuses, but also something we got to recognize, and I'm going to double down on the Davis point in a second, but something we have to recognize is when you just won a tough physical game with probably the second most physical bunch you go play against in the Philadelphia Eagles front four, man, you were tired. You were tired after that game. So it's a little bit of residual effect from playing the Philadelphia Eagles, man, because those boys, it was a war. It was a war. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if you don't have a full week to recover, you got 3 days to recover. Really like 2, because you got to practice at least a day before you got to travel up here and play on Thursday. You done had about 2 days to recover, man. So think about this. And the point I was making about Davis was this, is that Davis had a few more explosive touches than Zeke. Not that he ripped off big runs, but 5-6 yards a pop, where you barely saw Zeke get more than 2 or 3 a pop. And so that's something that has to be recognized. And Zeke looks tired. Zeke looks tired. I don't want to say he's not as explosive, but Zeke looks tired himself.
That whole
Zeke
team
looked
looked
like
tired.
he needs a week off.
Yeah, that team looked tired. Candy, what's your thoughts? We got Candy in the building. First of all, y'all clap it up. We got Miss Candy in the building, the homie. What's up, man?
Put some fires in the chat for Miss Candy. Oh, and it's late. Dude, it's late. Candy is on the show and it's late. It's
Hey,
almost
listen,
11
she
and
dodging
Candy's on the show.
tornadoes. She dodging tornadoes for this. Shout out to Candy.
I am dodging tornadoes, but I didn't like that game. So I came in on the right foot while y'all were explaining what the cause was. They were tired and with a bit of fatigue. The run game was definitely not on this game at all. I said last time I'd like for Zeke to get more passes. That happened a little bit more the first half, but after.
Oh, Candy, I cut you off. Let me fix it. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Which part did you not catch?
You said the run game and it just went womp.
Okay. Well, the run game, it was not much of a run game this game, but I came on right when you guys were saying that that's most likely due to fatigue. The guys did look tired to me. It looked like Micah Parsons was fighting through with, his whole one-hand situation. Our receivers, Ty looked good to me, actually. Hilton, he looked good. Lamb didn't get as many touches out as I would have liked him to get, but we got the job done. It wasn't the cleanest job. It wasn't the prettiest game, but they got it done.
Right. Yeah, so my overall point, Candy, is because I can already kind of sense Cowboy Nation. Like, that was a very frustrating game, but the OC the one and Coach Marv really hammered heavily on the power of fatigue. And I think that's what we mostly was seeing, because on both sides of the ball, it would have been, with a fresh squad, unacceptable. Just unacceptable. Because to me, to be all the way honest, it looked like they had this ain't gonna sound right to say it like this, but it looked like they, set so many of their starters. It was like a preseason game. I know that's disrespectful to say, but that's honestly what I feel. And we've been hogging, bro. What's your thoughts, bro?
Glad you ain't used that button, boss.
What'd you say, Coach?
You was about to use that button. He was about to use that button. I know he was.
Which button? Oh, the fart. Oh no, dude, I got that fart. I got. Go ahead.
Man, ultimately, the stars known as the Dallas Cowboys had a lackluster performance. And like you heard previously, we can attribute a lot of that to just fatigue. It's the end of the season. It's week what? This is week what? This is our 16th game this season.
Yeah. Week 17.
It's starting to take a toll. It's cold. It's rainy, and just looking at everything across the board, especially after you said it, boss, a heavily emotional game last week.
Yeah.
This was a letdown, especially when Pookie Moore hit the rock 41 times for us not to pass over 300 yards. That's even more egregious.
The worst part is the first half. How many times did he throw it in the first half?
25. We want target.
OC.
We want target for 50.
That's unacceptable. Yeah. Go ahead.
And let me say something that we haven't discussed that we really do need to discuss, okay, that's critical to this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This proves the value of Terence Steele.
Ooh.
We have not got as much push on that line in combination blocks, power to the right side of the offensive line since Terence Steele has been hurt. This has affected our run game, and it has affected our offense. No shade on Tyron Smith. He's come in, he's done a serviceable job there. Overall, for the most part, a solid job. But in terms of run blocking and the explosiveness, man, he's not a Terence Steele. And I think that Terence Steele has made a huge difference. And when we can't for sure get 4 or 5 yards off the right side, it makes a difference in the offense, and it makes a difference in the play action, and it makes a difference in the ebbs and flow. Now, yeah, Kellen Moore threw the ball 25 times, but I'm going to tell you something, boss. Like, if you get to 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 6, and I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but I do know there were many a time we attempted to run the ball and we got no yards, 1 yard, 2 yards. You're 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. Then, yeah, you're going to have a proclivity, especially if you're a Kellen Moore.
Man, say that word again. Hold on. Wait. What you say?
Proclivity, sir. Proclivity. There you go. That's your $50 word for the day.
Man, wait. Y'all clap it up for OC. Clap it up, bro.
Boy,
that pulled
OC pulled out. Cats out here ready to take the damn SAT, man.
Man, I just got smarter listening to you.
I did go to school. Y'all know that, right?
No, that's more than school. I just got smarter listening to you, dog.
Yeah.
That boy said proclivity.
Look, with a bookshelf like that, you better know some damn words.
Man, that book. Hey, that was a nice word, though. I'm gonna steal that word from you. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. OC, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was done. I know Candy wanted to jump in and Amp has something. Y'all go ahead.
What's up, Candy? What you got?
Oh no, I said I was just writing that word down. So
it was impressive what the Candy. Boy, that boy came out. Yeah, I'm gonna add that word to the resume. All right, it's numbers time. Amp, it's numbers time, bro. Let's talk about these numbers. All right, so obviously we gonna start with the captain.
Like this.
Yeah, we go start with the captain, bro. Like, I don't want to deal with Kelly. Let me stay on some positive stuff. Let's talk about Dak, and then we go. And then we gonna talk about CeeDee Lamb. Let's go with them too. What Dak numbers looking like?
29 of 41 for 282 yards.
Okay.
3 turnovers and a passer rating of 85.6.
Ooh.
CeeDee Lamb.
Three
Number
turnovers.
1 CeeDee Lamb. 2 interceptions and a fumbled snap.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was on Dak too. He pulled out too soon.
That's why that overall. Ooh. That's why that overall rating was so low at an 85.
Right.
If he doesn't have those turnovers, he's north of 100.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb, your number 1 wide receiver, had 14 targets, 11 receptions, 100 yards on the head, averaging 9.1 per reception. He had a long of 34 yards. Shout out to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, and then Candy gonna be behind you. Go ahead, Coach.
Okay. These numbers says this. If you're gonna throw the ball 41 times, and I said this in the telecast, if you're gonna run the ball, the worst thing you could do if you're gonna run the ball is have a short passing game. If I got a quarterback got 29 completions, only 282 yards, and I got CeeDee Lamb with 11 catches, and he got 1 for 34 yards, and he still didn't get nothing but this at 100. That means we throwing the ball, but we're not stretching the field with these pass patterns to get to loosen this thing up. I've said this about Kellen. We get to a point where we get all these. If you watch the all 22, guys all in the same area, all running within 11-yard routes. That's going to stop. Otherwise, you're gonna get tips. And if a guy bobbles the ball, everybody is around him. Again, if we get some passes down the seam, we don't throw the tight end down the seam. Everything is within 10 yards. Stretch the field. Stretch the field out. There's no need for you to throw 40-some passes and you're throwing them all within 10 yards.
Candy, what's your thoughts on CD Lamb? Because also we got some numbers obviously coming out. And why you start smiling?
I'm not. I was just gonna agree with Coach Marv.
Okay.
And I always say that I'd like for them to get the ball to CD more, but I just don't know what was going on in this game. Hit or shot, I just feel like he's always hit or miss. Yes, he can have some good plays, but he had a costly turnover this game. And then Schultz was on the money this game. Brown, I think he had like 2 misses, 2 drops this game.
Yeah.
So point being, if
Doo-doo
you're
Brown.
gonna throw the ball, you throw. If you're gonna throw the ball, I agree. You need to stretch the field with those throws, but also throw it to your number 1 wide receiver. What are we doing throwing the ball to all these different people that aren't making any plays? And then our run game isn't working how we want it to work. Tony Pollard isn't in this game. We're having to make it work with Malik Davis. Malik Davis was good today. He was okay, but he's a little light. They were just kind of knocking him over. Zeke wasn't on his best day game today. So we didn't really use the ball and stretch the field like Coach said we should have. So that's my point of view on that.
No, I feel you on that. OC, what's your thoughts?
Man, so listen, here's the real deal. And, the good of it is that Dak got it going, and Dak is resilient after he makes mistakes. So that's the good thing, that Dak is mentally tough enough to come back and try to make the next play. And oftentimes he comes back and he makes the next play. The first interception with the body catching of Vandershot. Shout out to my guy for laying low from Alabama for pointing that out in the show we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Body catching, right?
Yep.
And so you body catching, ball bounces off of your shoulder pads, goes up in the air, pick, right? And, the literal first interception that Dak really had, it was just him trying to stuff the ball in there. He should have never thrown that ball, right? He threw it slightly behind the receiver. But here's my critique, all right? And I just got to keep it a buck with you. Here's the critique about Kellen Moore. It's 2 things. It's not per se all the time the amount of attempts. It's when he throws the ball, and then the second one that I didn't say earlier. Who he throws the ball to. No, who he throws the ball to. Because I'm sick and tired of Noah Brown dropping a ball or 2 a game. Am I the only one that noticed that? Anytime he's in tight coverage, anytime the ball is outside of his body frame, he can't come up with the football. And so, to my previous point earlier in the week, you brought T.Y. Hilton in here for a reason, man. Good things happen when you throw T.Y. Hilton the football. And going into these playoffs, Kellen needs to take a serious look at this and be sure, man, that you are getting the appropriate amount of targets to a guy like T.Y. Hilton and allow Noah Brown to be what he needs to be, which, in my opinion, is your 4th option at this point, or you at least need to take more of his snaps in terms of attempts on passes away from him and give some of those to T.Y. Hilton so that you can get greater production, because he's going to try to throw it anyway. You need greater production and guys that can separate and come down with the football.
Let's talk about that, OC. I'm bringing it right back to you. All right, right back to you. What's the plan with T.Y. Hilton? Because he looked good today, bro. What? Just shoot it, bro. Straight business. I'm going to hit your button before you even start talking about it. We need some straight business on what's getting ready to happen. I'm dead serious.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
No loyalty.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
You gotta hear it, big dog. What's the straight business, bro? What we getting ready to do?
Man, the straight business on what you should do 1 or 3 things with a T.Y. Hilton. Number one, you should do exactly what you did in this game. Have receivers opposite. Let him be singled up on the weak side of the field and throw the ball to him when he has one-on-one
I
coverage.
love it.
Number one.
I love it.
Number one. Create scenarios where this guy's one-on-one and get this man a football. He's going to win. He's still got enough shake and speed to make things happen. Number two, you need to line him up inside receiver when you have him on the same side of the field with a CeeDee Lamb. Okay? That is going to allow him to be open underneath or over the top, and it prevents the double coverage, or it makes the defense pay for double covering CeeDee Lamb. Okay? Because you got him.
Or
the
it
third
puts
thing
him
you
on
need
a
to do
stiff too, OC.
Exactly. And third, what you need to do is you just need to let him work in the slot. If you're going to go spread, great. Put him in a slot. Let him work against that third or maybe fourth cornerback. He's going to be open all day long. That's what you need to do with T.Y. Hilton. And he will be actually a great equalizer for this offense and get more productivity in this past game with bigger plays. That's how you use T.Y. Hilton. That's what you need to do.
Yeah,
so
man.
can I interject real quick? Can I play Boss Cowboy for a minute?
Man, go. Go, bro.
Let me play Boss Cowboy for a minute. So OC, during the show, right, there was a point when a point was made, and I actually made this statement, and I said that T.Y. Hilton's the acquisition of T.Y. Hilton might be Amari Cooper-ish. And it might be the actual free agent acquisition of the season. But I was countered in that, and I was told that it actually probably might be Dante Fowler. So I'm curious to know, sir, what's your take on that?
And before you
was that a good Boss Cowboy impression?
No, before you, no, that was good. But before we do that, first, stop, Candy. But before we do that, congratulations, man, to the homie.
Oh man.
Oh, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, I tried to bring tears to your eyes, big dog. My boy brought a son. Man. His beautiful wife brought a son into this earth that is amp.
Oh, man.
He got his cowboy gear somewhere in there. Yeah, listen, this boy fighting back tears.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Boy fighting back tears. Look at it. He fighting back them tears, dog. I'm trying to bring it out of you, bro. Yeah, bro. There he is, man. Just, man, congratulations, bro. Before we go talk about football, first things first, man. Congratulations on your son. Tell us a little bit about him, then we gonna get back to football. Just tell us a little bit.
So he is actually Renell the fourth. For those who know my first name, he's the fourth. So I am fortunate enough to still have my granddad on this earth, my father, myself, and now him. He was a blessing, came in strong at 7 pounds, 3 ounces, 19 inches long at 8:07 p.m., 2 days after Christmas. It's been a blessing. Man, you got me weak, man. You got me. I'm over here cutting onions, but I've always wanted a son. The relationship that my dad and I have, man, I appreciate it. And all I want to do is share with him what my dad shared with me.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. That was worth the pause, man. That was worth the pause. Get it. You know, we always want to recognize stuff like that, man. And Amp a good dude, bro. So, but go ahead. Who was talking? I think it was OC. Was it OC?
I got something to say about T.Y. Hilton too, though.
Okay, go ahead, Coach, and then we'll go to Candy and OC on that.
All right, this is why
OC
we need
did
to
go.
use T.Y. Hilton. All right, let me tell you something. T.Y. Hilton has always been used as a deep receiver. When he was at the Indianapolis Colts, deep end routes, post, fly routes, that's his thing. Him catching little slants, stop patterns in the middle of the field. That has never been T.Y. Hilton's game. He has always been a threat wide receiver. So this is how you have to use him. You got enough guys. You got Schultz. You got CeeDee Lamb can work underneath some whatever. You got another tight end. I need a guy that I know can get separation. And again, I've said this before. Yes, you could play. Noah Brown's gonna be when you go 3 wide receivers. Probably Noah Brown's gonna be on the sideline. But when I go 12 package and I got 2 wide outs, I'm gonna have CeeDee Lamb and T.Y. Hilton because I want the safeties to make a decision when those tight ends are out there blocking that if I'm gonna go be run support or I'm gonna stay back because T.Y. Hilton is running deep patterns. I need to see T.Y. Hilton get a deep shot 2 to 3 times a game because he's gonna make those catches and he's gonna burn people.
Yeah.
That loosens everything up for everybody else. But I don't want to see him run the stop routes or run the patterns Michael Gallup run because Michael Gallup can't get no separation. This guy can get separation. He can get in cuts. He can run posts. He can go 9s. Get him down the field.
Okay, let me just cut to the nitty gritty, bro. And then Candy, I want to hear from you first on this. Let's get to the nitty gritty. T.Y. Hilton or Michael Gallup as the number 2?
Ooh. I'm going to go with T.Y. Hilton. And that's nothing against Gallup, but I like T.Y. Hilton's production so far. And he came in with no hesitation. He came in stepping in, just looking like he's already been on the team, like he's familiar with everything. And that is something that I think the Cowboys was looking for when we were out searching for Odell and we had this big hoorah about him. Little did we know we could get somebody that was low key and still produce the same thing, if not more. So I'm gonna go with T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. All right, let's go. OC. Let's cut it. T.Y. or Michael Gallup, number 2 right now. And I want to hear from the chat too. Chat. Go ahead, OC. I mean, cut you off.
No, you good, man. So, T.Y. Hilton, because T.Y. Hilton has the most explosion and he has the best change of direction right now. And T.Y. Hilton is a veteran guy that, and Coach Marv was right in an extent of that. Yeah, he ran a lot of deep patterns early in his career, right? And I'm going to give you guys some fun facts here in a minute, but he did run some underneath routes. They threw the ball to him in screens and things like that. So T.Y. Hilton is versatile enough to play every position on the field, right, in terms of wide receiver. And he's a guy, man, that you can utilize as an equalizer, right, in this offense to be sure that Michael Gallup gets one-on-one coverage and that CeeDee Lamb, doesn't draw as much double coverage. So if you look at T.Y. Hilton, his body of work, and you look at his health, his intelligence, his IQ, he got fresh legs. He's a guy that's going to get open more easily at this point than a Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup has turned into a body-catching possession receiver at this point. No offense, but I'm saying that's where he is right now because of his health and because of a few other factors. He's lost a half a step right now, and I think he may get it back in the offseason, but coming back off that ACL, man, he's not exactly the same.
Right. Michael Gallup, T.Y. And by the way, the chat is overwhelming T.Y. right now.
Look here. With what I saw with my own 2 eyes this game and the gimpiness and the lameness that I saw out of Michael Gallup, and first off, before I say this, I'm going to say kudos to Michael Gallup, one, for coming back as early as he did, for fighting through injuries, for making himself available in the shortness of our wide receiver room. But because of that injury, and I know he's still not 100%, by default, it goes to T.Y. Hilton.
Wow. Coach?
Listen, man, the Cowboys been looking for us number 2 wide receiver all this talk about receiver. You don't go out and talk about an Odell Beckham, a T.Y. Hilton, or all these big name receivers that come in and play a 3rd wide receiver.
True.
Come on, man. That's what they were looking for.
That's what they've been looking for.
Us taking wide receiver the whole time. They didn't go in these big names and talk about we're gonna bring them in to be a 3rd wide receiver. They brought guys in here to be the number 2, and they will eventually move Gallup to the reps of a third wide receiver. This is what they do. Because you don't have to go get, because a third wide receiver doesn't get that many targets. They winning this whole thing to get a second because they see that Michael Gallup has a problem beating one-on-one coverage. He's probably got the most one-on-one coverage of any receiver on the whole team, and he is great at red zone, body catching, scramble drill because he can make those catches. But when at the toe tapping, at the beginning of the thing, toe tapping, making play. Not saying that this is no disclaimer for him, but if you need big plays, you have T.Y. Hilton out there. You can keep your 12 personnel package, but you still got a home run threat. That's the bottom line. They've been looking for a number 2 wide receiver. The only reason because they paid him, they have never said that. They never said, "Oh, Michael Gallup is not the one." They always try to brush it off on somebody else. But eventually, you're gonna see less and less reps for Michael Gallup, and more reps for T.Y. Hilton for Michael Gallup.
I love it, Coach.
And that would have
been.
Go ahead, OC.
James.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say something before I kick it to Ken. I think she has something. Listen. This is an interesting fact, and this will be quick. T.Y. Hilton has never caught for less than 11 yards in average per reception in his career. That his lowest was 11 yards. That's a first down per reception, by the way. People don't know that. So listen, his average yards per reception for his career is 15 and a half. That's what his career. So fun fact.
So, all right. So let's keep going. I got another question for everybody, and obviously that is unanimous. Ty, we gonna start with you again. Nah, I ain't gonna start with you, Candy. I'm gonna put you last this time because I keep putting you on the spot. I ain't gonna put you on the spot no more. All right, here we go. We gonna start with you, Coach Marv. We gonna go opposite this time. Is this a game that we should panic or should we be cool? You only got 2 answers.
Ooh. Oh, we should be cool. There's no panic. I see all around the NFL teams that are good teams struggle in games like this. You're gonna see some that's gonna struggle in this weekend. We just did what we need to do. We did a work on light thing, got through it, won by 14, didn't control the game, but we shouldn't panic. Don't let, like I said again, don't let other people's expectations kill us about our faith in our team. We are what we are, 12-4.
Somebody said I was rough to Candy. I wasn't rough to Candy because I put on the spot at first. So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it like that twice. I'm gonna do this time.
You said it a little with your chest. It was a little harsh, but you know. Sorry.
I did. We got some problems down there, Candy. We got some problems. Do we got a problem over here? All right, I figured that. You know what I'm saying? I just figured that. You know, I know we ain't got no problems over here. You know what I mean? All right, so back to what I was. Back to what I was saying. You know what I mean? Just back to what I was saying. Hey, by the way, how does everybody like the 5-pounder? I like the look of the 5-pounder. I love it. It's a good look, man. I love the power panel. This is dope, man. So let me also tie it back to you, OC. Should we be cool, or should we come out of the game like this, or we should have beat them a lot worse? Should we be in the middle, or should we panic? I'm gonna give you 3 options.
Yeah, man. I think that we should be cool with a couple concerns.
Okay.
Not major, but a couple concerns. You got the W. You know, a couple years ago, just to take you back, Boss Cowboy, we used to look at games like this, and we used to be like, man, we just got to be able to grind out a game. We just got to be able to figure out a way to win. Well, the Cowboys are doing that now, right? They getting in tough games. They're getting in some games that, you might want to see some better execution, but they won the freaking game. All right. And they won the game by 14 when they did not play their best at all. Not even
Right.
close.
True.
So you
Yep.
got to be cool about that part. You do want to tighten up a couple of things, and I don't want to segue it too fast, but we can deal with this whenever you guys want. You still got to deal with alignment, assignment, leverage in the secondary. You got to deal with that. Okay.
Mhm.
That's still a concern. Okay. And you got to deal with how you shuffle this offensive line and don't make the grave mistake of putting Jason Peters at that left tackle position and bumping in Tyler Smith. I think that's a huge mistake. You need to let Tyler Smith finish out at the left tackle position. He's much more comfortable there at this point. And Jason Peters
Yep.
does not have the lateral agility to hold up against speed rushers. And we play Chase Young, all right, next week, a healthy Chase Young, who's still a really good young pass rusher. Let Big and Young battle Big and Young. Don't put Jason Peters on the island. Force him to go left and right, because that's going to be a issue with getting pressure and getting beat with counter moves, because at this age, he doesn't have the lateral agility, and he needs to play inside a guard.
Candy. Panic
Yes, sir.
or cool?
Panic, and we need to run like hell. No, I think
For real. You scared me though. For real.
we're cool, but we need to clean it up. I agree with OC. We need to clean it up just because, we beat them by however many points, 14 points. There is always room for improvement. And I say that because, yes, we're playing these games now and they're looking like practice games for us, but we are going to be in the playoffs and we aren't going to be able to make the same mistakes. We're not going to be able to have those same
Right.
turnovers. So I think that we need to clean it up where we can. And it's great. Finally, yes, we have so many options, but it looks like Kellen Moore kind of needs to start cracking
smoking
down
the
and
crack.
figure out which options he's going to use,
Put
boss,
the pipe
No,
down.
I know.
and
I know.
utilize our talent in the best way possible instead of playing hot potato with whoever he can get the ball to.
Facts. Amp. Panic or chilling?
Bro, I've always been the one to go against the grain.
Okay.
But I'm not in this instance.
All right.
Oh, hell
figure-
no.
12 games,
It's usually
three
bullshit,
three
don't
games
we?
in 12 days. 3 games in 12 days. I know it. I got him, coach. You're tired. You banged up. It's cold. It's raining. You let your guys go home for Christmas. They came back. They going through the motions. I didn't hear any reports of bad practice this week. Hell, if we even had any real decent practices, we probably only got 1 or 2 walkthroughs this week, honestly. Most of preparation for this game probably was looking at tape. And then you saw it. You saw your team go through the motions for 2.5 quarters, and they said, all right, guys, okay, enough is enough. Let's turn up. And that's what happened, and we slowly started to pull away. They knew they had enough left in the tank to take care of Tennessee, but they only used it when they felt they needed to. So that's why I'm not going to hit the panic button. I'm going to be cool.
Boss.
Should we
And
panic?
you got a super chat.
Boss.
Yeah. Titans a
Can't
ball
I say something about
control.
the super chat?
Yeah, let me take this super chat, then I'm gonna give my answer on should we panic. He say Titans a ball control, time of possession, run stopping football team, give up 80 yards per game. That's their identity. Hold on real quick. Plus they was at home, so be cool. All right. So I appreciate the super chat, James. You've been really
And you got
blessing
one
us.
for Mickey too, Boss Cowboy, by the way.
That's
I
JT money.
I showed Mickey, but I will read it. She said, our time management is highly questionable. Absolutely, Mickey. That's facts. So, did she say mine too, boss? Already. My bag, Mickey, my bag. All right, now, but real quick. I'm like Amp. I go against the grain. I'm slightly starting to panic. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm gonna keep it all.
Damn, boss, you always be cool, and you always talk me off the ledge.
I know, bro.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy, but to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
I'm bothered. I'm just keeping it real. I'm bothered. I know we tired, but that was like their third team quarterback.
Yeah, man.
Shit,
And we
they had
saw
fresh
the
legs.
same things with the third team
Same
quarterback that we saw with the second string quarterback from Philly.
Mm.
And we keep seeing the same type of mistakes. Like, everybody know I'm gonna give Kellen Morse a whooping, but Al Harris and Joe Witt, boss, you said, I mean, OC, you said yourself, big bro. You said yourself. You said, all right, I thought the defense was gonna rebound by now. Remember?
Yep.
And I said the same thing last week. I thought they was gonna rebound back. They not rebounding back, bro.
They're not rebounding, they just reeling.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm starting to panic. Just a little bit. Like,
See, I don't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
so
but
you
got
want
me
to
on
be
it.
nice.
I mean, yeah.
So you just want to leave me out here to be the only bad guy. Cool. That's how the
No,
co-host play it.
no.
That's how you play it, big dog. That's
No,
how you play it, man.
no,
You left me out here by myself,
no,
bro. You left me out here to be the only
no,
bad
like
guy,
that.
bro. Is that how we doing now?
No, bro. No, that's
Well.
not it. Let me give you the context. The context is this. The context is that, hey, this team was tired. This team perhaps did not focus on the fundamental stuff, so they had low game prep this week. So I'm taking that into consideration. Now, if they
That's
do
what I
this
said.
mess against the Commanders, if they do this against the Commanders, I'm officially worried, and I'll make like 5 videos about it all week. Okay, I promise. But I'm taking
Facts.
into consideration that they probably did not have a chance to truly practice and correct some of the things that we did see versus Philly. So I am taking that into consideration, right? Because it's a very short week. But if I see this again, boss, yeah, it's official. So that's why I said what I said.
Hold on, let me finish, because Coach cut me off. Not Coach, OC cut me off. He wanted to get. I'm almost finished, Coach, and then I got you. But I want to tell y'all why I'm starting to panic.
You don't have to agree with him.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. We fight all the
If
time.
you gonna sit yourself down, if you gonna sit down somewhere, if you don't go sit down,
Candy being messy.
I know she being messy, man. The homie. Then on top of that, so it's Joe Witt, Al Harris, and I'm saying our discipline, and then Kellen Moore. So yeah, those are the main reasons that just keeping it real, that I am starting to panic. We too close to the playoffs to be seeing the same old stuff. I want to see great improvement. They set most of their key guys. We didn't see Simmons. We didn't see Bud Dupree. We didn't see Tannehill. We didn't see Derrick Henry. We didn't see none of that. And that game was competitive in the first half. Like, listen, like, I know we tired, but I'm just keeping it real. Coach, I think maybe you can talk me off the ledge, but I'm just being all the way honest.
Oh, Mr. Nasty time.
I'm gonna say it from a fan perspective. I know that, okay, that's a fan perspective. I was talking that we don't need, but from a coach's perspective, we're not gonna panic, but we're gonna be concerned, and we're gonna be really on people. I don't care about you being tired or not, but we got to be really tighten up. But let's cut the chase, people. The problem in the defense is linebacker, and I'm gonna just be the underneath coverage. There's no help for the defensive backs in underneath coverage, and the run game is all being stopped by the defensive linemen and safety. It ain't no linebackers making no plays. There's no linebackers getting in there making anything on that level. We're not getting not one big play from the second level of our defense.
Time out.
Point blank.
How in the hell does Nahshon Wright have more tackles than any of your linebackers?
We're not getting anything from, and there has never been a great defense in this league that didn't have some type of impact player from the linebacker position. So that's why we are echoing for Michael Parsons to play some more linebacker on non-passing downs and bring him. We need the impact from the linebacker position. He played linebacker one play in this game and almost made a tackle for loss by knifing in there and getting almost for a tackle for loss. We don't have anything. Listen, the key play that kills me on a 4th down and 3. DeMarcus Lawrence do a great job, busts through, makes a hit. The linebackers never got there to clean it up. Wow. Neither one of them. The next person to come was Nahshon Wright.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be all the way real. Tired or not, the smell of this game had a smell of one and done.
Yeah.
Oh, you say that.
I'm just keeping it real. Now I want to see OC Funny. They better rebound versus Washington. They better, because you can't go into the playoffs after this game. Nope. I'm not gonna BS y'all. I love y'all. I want to be positive. I told everybody behind the scenes I don't want to be too negative. Then I came here and I was like, finish him, bruh.
You did that.
You said we.
I'm just keeping it real, bro.
Washington,
like, I'm just explaining it. Like, this is what I see. Can you talk me off the ledge? Am I tripping? Or you gonna be nice? I kind of.
I'm not the right person to talk you off the ledge because I said the same thing. I said that they needed to clean it up and that we were too close to playoffs to be making some of the mistakes that we're making.
Right.
And we can't do
Can
that.
I ask this question?
Yeah, please do. Because I'm tired of sucking up to the chat. I'm finna tell the chat the truth. This was one and done today, dog. If we play like this today against any one of these playoff teams, we're going home.
Boss, let me ask you
this. We
this.
can't keep blaming that they're tired. Sorry.
Everybody, this question for everybody. Boss has said, and we've all said, and we agree. In the midst of losses, in the midst of butt whippings, Cowboys rise to the occasion. Do you think we're one butt whipping away from greatness?
No. We need to go into the playoffs hot, bro. We need to go in that playoffs playing good, in my opinion. Go ahead, OC.
Yeah, no, you need to always finish the regular season strong, and I can document this and almost show you if I just have more time. Time after time, the teams that finish their regular season the strongest, they typically go the furthest in the playoffs. Sometimes they beat teams that they're not supposed to beat. Hint, 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 a.k.a. the San Francisco 49ers last year beat the Dallas Cowboys, right? That wasn't supposed to happen. So at the end of the day, no, you want to be sharp. You want to have good dress rehearsals, and you want to be taking care of your fundamentals going into the playoffs. And I got something to add to Coach Marv's point, and not that we don't need better linebackers and better linebacker play. We do. Damone Clark, he made some plays. I mean, can we get more out of him? Yeah, but he can't tackle everybody. But, just a concern, Boss Cowboy. And since you brought it up, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up.
All right.
Nahshon Wright got a pick. Nahshon Wright got a pick. But, man, he sure got beat a lot. He sure got beat a lot today.
Wait.
And look, he got beat a lot. And something that really concerned me, him getting beat didn't concern me the most. I'm going to tell you the one play that concerned the mess out of me. Okay? It was this one play that Diggs was playing off man on, I think, Burke. And he stuttered and he cut inside for a post, and Diggs did a 360.
Yeah.
like he was lost.
Yeah.
And he caught the ball. That concerns me, boss, because I'm like, OMG. If he does that on a real number one, he's gonna take that thing to the house. That concerned me. So it is some things that we need to address in a hurry before we hit this first playoff game.
Mickey, you ain't lying. After every game, this is God. Listen, let's get into our final words. I'm ready to kind of. All right, so I'll start with you, Coach.
Damn.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hold on. What's up? What's up, man? What you got?
No, I was processing that. I was processing that comment. Like we are saying, we got a lot to do after every loss,
right?
Every game, period.
Yeah, bro.
Win or loss.
Listen, I want to be Mr. Positive. I really did. I want to be so positive, but it was like, I can't lie today. I don't feel like lying. But go ahead. Let's get these fighter words said.
Hey, listen, man. Great victory by us, but I'm gonna still stand on this, and I'm gonna push it everywhere. What makes San Francisco defense great is the two monsters they got in the middle. What makes Tampa Bay defense play outstanding? Those two monsters they got in the middle. Everybody always want to discount what an off the ball linebacker does because he's not flashing, he ain't getting the sacks, but they control, just like the quarterback of the offense, they control the game. Yep. They get in passing lanes, they knock down balls, they make you scared to throw the ball, they attack the running game, they cut stuff off, they make plays. If this defense want to get back to where they were, our linebacker play gonna have to get better and stop being standing dummies out there, because that's what they're playing like. So if we can get some better play at linebacker, I'm not worried about the back end, because the back end will flow off of them making plays. But when you got guys that can't cover the middle of the field, can't attack the run game, you're asking too much for your defensive line to take up blocks and then get off and make tackles.
Yep.
So this is what I'm saying about this team. Barr, I love you, Barr. We call you there, but you're just slow. You run like my grandma used to run. You slow. And ain't nothing we can do about that. We can't give you no speed no more. So yes, you ain't never think Coach would say that. But I can't wait for LVE to get back now.
Oh, I was just finna hit you with that, Coach. I was just finna hit you with that, Coach.
Oh, a little bit faster than Barr. And I didn't think I ever say this, but that's earth shaking.
It ain't so. Say it ain't so.
No, I feel Coach.
Father time.
I know I do.
I feel Coach.
So,
hey, go ahead, Coach.
Gotta get some
this is juicy. This is better than gossip right here.
Well, Michael Parsons is the reason. Michael Parsons playing linebacker, rushing on third down. He'll be a pressure guy from the middle, and he'll make you plays because I know one thing, he's gonna try to get to the ball on every play, and he's aggressive. Quinn, just don't play him 100% of defensive end. You gotta be the queen. He got to make up for the lack that you got at linebacker.
Coach, I think we need to go ahead and make him the linebacker and go and let Fowler get loose.
Yep. After what we've seen from him playing that position, absolutely.
Yeah, we
and then you can rotate Sam now.
Right. So I'm officially, after this game, forget that Queen stuff. No, I want to change Michael Parsons to a Bishop. I need you to be our full-time linebacker for the playoffs.
And you know what's another good point about that too? It's not a whole lot of film of him doing it.
Yeah, like at this point, because I trust our pass rush even without Michael Parsons. You ain't really getting them sacks like you was early in the season anyway. Am I lying? Like you're not getting them sacks like you was early in the season. So let's put you to where you can be a true. Bro. I know they double teaming him, so I'm saying you right on that. But I'm just saying, where can he be an asset right now? Where can he help the defense
linebacker.
right now?
It's linebacker, and then it will make him a more effective pass rusher when he does pass rush, because it's the speed variation. When you get used to seeing that speed, you can time it. You know, as a tackle, you can time it. But if you see that speed, if you see that speed once every other 20, 30 plays, and then he come off fast and he gets you, he go get to the quarterback because you hadn't had a chance to adjust to his speed. So with him, sometimes less is more, man. Less is more.
Ooh, see, y'all need to listen to OC. Clap it up, see.
And OC, let me ask you this question.
Genius.
Yo,
OC, guards and centers
yes, sir.
kids coming at them with that speed and power. Guards and centers ain't gonna want to see him come with that speed and power if they give him a little room to wiggle in there. Guards and centers ain't gonna be able to block him.
Yep.
No, he's a wrecking ball. When he blitzes the A and B gap, he's a wrecking ball. He runs through people. He runs through you like you're a wet piece of toilet tissue, man. He runs through people.
If LV coming back slow, we cannot go in the playoffs with what we got in that middle. And also, that middle linebacker hasn't had enough time to develop. You gotta go with the guy that got the veteran experience right now. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. If y'all want somebody to lie, go somewhere else. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, man.
You can't handle the truth. You want answers?
Let me throw something in here.
All right, go.
I saw we had a Jabril Cox sighting at the end of the game.
Yes, we did.
It was Jabril
he got 2 tackles.
Sighting. There we go.
Whoa.
So there's hope. Maybe there's some hope.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know the camera was on me. Yeah. Maybe it's some hope. We were supposed to be doing the final words, but Coach Moore got us talking about linebacker. How he do that? He's so G's. Coach, you so G's.
I'm gonna say this right quick,
you so G's.
I'm gonna say this right quick.
If you highlight Day Walker Vaughn's comment, please.
Listen
about AB.
If he's back there with somebody, he gonna make them better.
Michael Parsons,
whoever he beside better.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah, and then it's true. Jabril did look lost that time, but expect that. That's also why I'm saying it's too late to try to get them. It's too late. You got to go with a vet now. I'm just being honest. Don't go into the playoffs trying to develop people. It's over.
No,
it will be no
done.
Competition Tuesday shows. Competition Tuesday is over. We're not doing those shows on competition no more. That's over. Go ahead, OC.
Boss, listen. what you see with Barr is, it's 2 things that's undefeated. One, I ain't gonna say right now. The other one is Father Time. All right? And what you seeing with Anthony Barr is Father Time is undefeated. And you only got so many good snaps in your body, and he looked like he jogging out there when I know he trying to sprint. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes, man, you just need an infusion of speed, because it don't matter if you look lost. If you fast enough to still make up some ground and get there, then shoot, you might as well give him a run, because you're getting 1.2 tackles a game out of Anthony Barr. You ain't getting no production. You might so forget about development. Just put the athlete out there and let the dude run around and try to make some plays for you. It ain't gonna hurt you none. It definitely ain't gonna hurt you none, because you ain't getting none out of Anthony Barr.
You scared me, OC.
Bar none.
You scared me, OC. All right, so we supposed to be doing the final words, but Coach Marv, he know how to get us back. I swear he'll restart a show from.
I got you to talk about you moving Parsons to linebacker. You like that?
He got Coach got us going on that. So what's your final words, Candy?
My final words is that we need to find our rhythm again. And Kellen Moore, stop trying to self-sabotage the team.
Yeah.
Basically. I think that we've lost our rhythm. To me, it just looks like a whole bunch of trial and error, especially this game. I know a lot of people, we won. A win is a win, but it's not. Because our ultimate goal is the Super Bowl, right? So every game counts towards that, and everything you do in those games counts towards that. And I think Kellen Moore has just not had a constant game plan, a constant, hey, we know. Well, I'm not going to say we know we're going to do this every game, but it hasn't looked like the first part of the season to me. It just looks like a whole of randomness. And I think we need to find our rhythm again, like I said, and hopefully make it past the first game of the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, straight up. So, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and
To
give my
you,
final
Chris.
words real quick. First of all, 2 years in a row, we've won 12 games.
That deserves a clap.
I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. This has been a good year. Like, I'm still excited about what we've experienced this year. As a channel, as content creators, we almost at the end of the season, and we are finally 2 years in a row prepping for another shot at it. Does it look good right now? I'm gonna be all the way honest. Nope. But we got one more week to Candy Point to tighten it up. And that's what I want to see. I want to see us I want us to be rested. And then OC, obviously this week we're going to have to talk about the aftermath of Tyler Biotish. We're going to have to spend some time on that. You know what I mean? What the shuffling of the offensive line going to be. We can't do it tonight.
Yep.
But I am happy that we get a crack at it. And I just want to see us finish strong. I'm so happy with Dak. I think Dak is playing amazing, you know. And I really think, sad to say, but Dak is going to have to be the person that cover up the funk of Kellen Moore. It's not fair. Life is not fair. But that's just the truth. That's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I want to see T.Y. Hilton get more act. He might be a blessing right at the right time.
Yeah.
But as my final words, man, I'm just thankful for where we are. The fact that we get a chance to take another shot at it, and we get to do this together. Almost every time, every other year after we have a good year, around this time, we all was full-fledged talking about drafts. I'm glad we're not talking about the draft. You see what I'm saying? Because usually we'll be talking about the draft right now. We already be talking about this person and where we go pick and where all this old BS. I don't want to talk nothing
And
about
with
no
McClay.
draft. And nah, I'm glad that we still, as of week 17, talking about ways this team can tighten up for the run. So I'm just happy about that, man. That's my final words, and I'm thankful. It's an ugly win. I take the win. I just want to see us finish strong. That's my final words.
So, we made it out by the skin of our teeth and the hair on our chin. But over the last couple of years, I've seen teams go on to win the Super Bowl by the skin of their teeth and the hair on their chin. As bad as we've looked throughout times in this season, we still look a whole lot better than we have in other seasons. And that's what gives me optimism and hope going forward towards the playoffs. So if it's anything that you got to hold on to give you a little encouragement, to give you a little positivity going into the playoffs, hold on to that. Even in the midst of us going through adversity between losing our quarterback for several weeks, by having a crackhead as an offensive coordinator, battling through a lot of injuries, when your Hall of Fame left tackle goes out or is not available for the season, and he works his way back, and it's like we finally on full strength. And then when your Pro Bowl right tackle goes out, and then your what used to be strong cornerback, number 2 cornerback, he goes out. And then the guy who's supposed to fill his spot, he goes out. We've dealt with a lot of adversity. And then the guy who used to get picked on about being a bad linebacker, we talking about, man, we wish we had him back. That just lets you know really how good your team can be. And ultimately, we've got a good rest for our next game. So I want everybody to hit them. Everybody should be in the ice tub when we get back to Dallas. Take time to rest up because this time of year, sometimes the best teams are the most healthiest. It's your boy Amp.
All right. And before the OC give his final words, man, we always have a lot more people at the end than we have in the beginning. So while we got people sitting in the building getting ready to hear from the champion, the OC, make sure y'all just stop a second because we always have way more people around this time. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. Hit that subscribe. Do it not only on this channel, but do it on Candy channel. So everybody go get a last plug before we get out of here. I'm excited that we 12-4, and I'm also excited that the people that's watching us on Facebook, we really appreciate y'all. And also, if you're on Facebook, hit that like, hit that subscribe, do it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate that. And actually, real quick, plug your channel real quick, Candy, before we get a final words to the OC.
Candy's Locker Room, CANDYS Locker Room. Candy's Locker Room on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter.
And Amp, you got your channel going yet? If not, then we could just wait
not quite yet, but guess what? You can find me on Twitter at Amp Sports.
There we go. And Coach, you got any places on social media they can find you, or you still?
No, I'm just on Boss Cowboy, Law Nation, and every other Cowboy show. Spread my words.
That's so true, Coach. You need to get out. You need to get out the cave.
I love it,
Coach. A cave man, get out the cave, Coach. You need to catch up a little bit, Coach. Coach, come on now, Coach. So you can find me on Law and Boss channel. That is true.
That's real.
That's
real.
I want to do a shout out, right? Can I get a shout out?
Of course.
Condolences to a legend, man, and Pele, man. He passed today, man, to his family. A true legend in the soccer world. Pele, man, passed at 80.
I remember Pele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's classic, Coach. Yeah. OC, it's on you, big dog.
Yeah, so listen, the Cowboys get out of Tennessee with a tough, gritty win, a win that they need to let them know that they can win ugly, tight games, because they're going to have to win at least one ugly, tight game to get a chance to play for a Super Bowl this year. The Cowboys are what I call in striking position. They're in striking position. They're in striking distance to be able to get out of the NFC East this year and get into a Super Bowl. But the key for this team to be successful is not going to be the big plays. It's not going to be the sacks. It's going to be the fundamentals. Yep. And so if the Cowboys can be sure they're playing fundamental football, defensively, offensively, blocking, tackling, and just taking care of your assignment, and taking care of the football, then the Cowboys will be extremely difficult to beat. Dak Prescott has been good, but Dak needs to be careful. He has to take care of the football, and he has to be sure not to put his defense on short fields in vulnerable situations, because in the playoffs, that's going to cost you. This week is another big week for the Cowboys. They need to rest up, and they need to show that they can get back on track with the run game. We got to see that this week versus the Washington Commanders. So these boys got to get in the tub, do what they got to do, and come out fighting. So the Cowboys are in good shape, man. Hey, we're going into the playoffs. It will be no easy out in the NFC. It will be no easy outs. So every team that you play can beat you, but the Cowboys got the most talent in the NFC, and we should come out on top if we take care of business, all right? So before you guys go, do not forget to hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to us already. Comment, please. Thank you, everybody, for putting money into the Super Chat. It really does help push the channel forward and pay for the equipment and all this stuff that we got to pay for all the time. And thank you so much for those of you guys that put money into the Cash App, $ Boss Cowboy Sports. We appreciate you. And until next time, guys, we'll see you.
All right, man. And Andy said, OC breaks it down perfectly. I enjoyed this panel, man. I really did. I enjoyed it. We got Victory Friday. That was dope, man. Hopefully we can do this again, man. I really enjoyed it. We got Candy, we got Elm, we got the OC. You know, that was dope. Coach Marv.
Thanks for letting me join, guys.
You say what?
I said thanks for letting me join you guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's Thursday.
I mean, it is Thursday.
Right. It's Thursday. You know what I mean? Thursday is, that's what it is.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Straight up, man. Let's get it.
Hey, we need that sound bite.
Huh?
We need that sound bite.